Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for joining me today. I do hope you're well. We are back here in Misty Marsh and we're going to be working in this cafe area today. There's an awful lot to do in here. Thanks for your feedback so far. I think it's Super Ghost UK. I believe you suggested a meeting point and other little statues as well. So I am going to try and do both of those things somehow here. I've got a bit of an idea, but like a little meeting point bit right in the middle here. Let's just see. Yeah, there we go. You can just delete a square like that, and we'll do like a little bit of decoration in here. And I'll get rid of the. Let's have a look. Let's get rid of. Let's get rid of all the railing in here. Okay. I can't get rid of the corners, can I? It's very annoying that. I could get rid of that one and probably that one and possibly that one, but that one there would delete that one over there. So it's fine. We'll work with that. It's fine. We can do that. So I also need to design something to go around these exhibits. And then I want to do some little statue plinths that can go around the outside here as well. So I'm going to do all of those things. We'll see what we get time for. First things first, I should get some animals in here, shouldn't I? So what do we fancy having in here? Let's get some, what do we got? Got some frogs, maybe? A snake, spiders. I do like the spiders. Snakes, lizards, crested newts. Terrapins? Are they terrapins or are they yes, they are terrapins, yeah. Snakes, bats. What are these ones? Burrowing cockroach. Scorpions? I wouldn't mind a scorpion, maybe. Oh, forest scorpion. That makes sense, doesn't it? There we go. That will be our first definite one. We'll get some scorpions. Oh, giant snails. I like the idea of some giant snails. Oh, the Goliath bird eater frog. That's the one I want. Look at that. We've got 4 gold star ones there as well. Sorry, 3 gold star ones. Great. Oh, and then maybe a Goliath frog. They look quite foresty, don't they? There we go. So those are 3 exhibit animals. Right. So let's get our spiders in there. Good stuff. Let's try and get all their climate correct. Not that it needs to be perfect. What have we got here? Hang on, let's get rid of that. Oh no, we don't want it there. No, which side do we want? Yeah, that one. So let's get a 3D facade at the back there. And then we'll make sure we get all of our extras hit in as well. Get it looking as nice as we can. Good stuff. Right, what animal is this? Goliath bird eater. Lovely. Look at that. People are already up having a look. Bet we can't see them. Oh, there's one actually. They are quite big, aren't they? Ooh. They're as big as your face. I mean, that's just terrifying, isn't it? I would not want to meet one of those in the wild. Right, let's get some frogs in here. Right, so this is 2-sided. So again, we'll get all of our extras in. Let's just get the climate adjusted a little bit, and then let's have a look. Yeah, so we want that one as 3D, and that one as 3D. And this one is Goliath frog. Good stuff. Let's have a look at these guys. Where are they? There they are. Yep, that's a pretty big frog, isn't it? Nice. And then over here we will have our scorpions. Excellent. Right then, let's get those in. have a look at their climate. There we go. Right, what do we want here? Yep, we want that one, 3D. Nope. Nope. This one. 3D. So these are, let's just call this Forest Scorpion. Good, so there's our animals. So hopefully that might attract a few extra people up here as well. Right, so let's have a look. I want to do some little plinths with some statues on. I've got a rough idea what I want to do here. So I want to find in here, see we've got these lovely pieces, so I'm going to use some of these. Actually I should favourite a few of these I think, because they are really cool pieces. Ah, yes, this is the bit I was looking at. It's kind of big, isn't it? Is there a smaller version I can use? See, that's a really nice plinth, actually, just on its own. It's about the right size as well, because I want it big enough to go over the top of this fence. That's the idea, is that it kind of sits over it like this. Let's just see, can you kind of double it up in any way that it looks good? See, I quite like that. Kind of blends together well, doesn't it? I do feel like it's going to need something on there. And then I guess the big question, actually, let's just link that. And then the big question is, do I double it backwards as well? I think I probably do. Right, so let's go back to those other pieces. And what have we got? Actually, this one does need aligning to surface. See, that actually, that could work well with that in the place, couldn't it? Instead of actually seeing the rest of it. Looks quite grand, which I do like. Now the big question is, do I do that? I think I do. Look at that, that's quite grand, I like it. Cool, and then we simply come in here and look at statues and decide what we want. I'm hoping some of these are big enough. Okay, that's quite small. I was hoping for something a bit bigger than that. Yeah, see, stuff like this. Look at that. That's going to be perfect. That is very cool. I quite like that they're going to be sort of white as well. It means they'll show up really well in amongst all the jungle stuff. So this is kind of what I was thinking, is having it just set in enough that it kind of covers up the it covers up the fence posts like that. Okay, so I think that's a good place for the first one. I'm just going to do an angle snap here because I think I probably want it to be around this way and somewhere around here. Obviously I'll change the statue. I could probably get one in here. Something like that. Let's just have a look around. I mean, technically, actually, I could probably do two there. I could probably squeeze one in over here. Assuming I can find enough enough different statues, of course. Right, I'll tell you what, let's move this one over, actually. Like so. And then we'll just see if we can get another one kind of in here in the entrance. Okay, let's just come out and see what we think of that. Yeah, I like that. I think the gorilla should be in the entranceway. So let's come into this one. Right, so what do we got? We've got elephants, but they're not they're not the same white. I'd like to do the white ones. What do we got? No, polar bear doesn't look good. That is too small. We got a dodo. We got a hippo. Let's do hippo. Let's just bring him in a little bit. I don't want him hanging over the front too much, I don't think, so I'll keep him relatively near the back. Good stuff. Okay, what do we got next? Oh, we've got to have a lion, haven't we? Oh no, hang on, he needs to be looking out, so he needs to be sitting sideways. Oh, hang on. Yeah, actually, just slightly wonky, I think looks best there. Right, let's get rid of gorilla. Let's bring him down. I'll just move him in a little bit, so he's roughly in the middle there. Good, good. Okay, so there is... Oh, hang on. Oh no, it's the same one, just mirrored, that's fine. There is a stag, isn't there? So let's have a look at the stag. Obviously they're not all relevant animals to the zoo, but that's just not going to happen because there aren't enough statues. It's just entertainment for the children, really. Something for kids to look at. Okay, let's get rid of him. Let's bring him down. Like so. And there we go, he's in the middle. And then last one over here. So this one is going to be the dodo. Why not? Everyone loves a dodo, don't they? I think it's incredibly sad that the dodo doesn't exist anymore. There we go. So we got our plinths. Nice. So we've still got a meeting point to do in here. So what I was thinking of doing with this is some sort of sign on a post and then a base. Let's do the post first. So I was thinking if I can get a basic pole. Let's see what else there is. Yeah, something like that. I think, yeah, my thinking here is to have it a kind of a four-way post. So it would, let's have a look. I'm not sure if that is properly double-sided or not. Right, hang on, let's just get these linked. Okay, so if that's like that, Yeah, so I am going to need to do this. Ah, yeah, there we go, like that. And like that. Okay, how are we looking? Right, so we are a little bit off center, so that's fine. Let's just balance these out a little bit. And then I'm guessing these are the same. Actually, no, those two are pretty much in the center. Brilliant. Okay. So these ones need to say meeting. And these probably need to be... Oh, actually, hang on. Can I? What's the... oh, hang on. What have we got? Text, text. Can I not change the sign? I can't change the sign. Okay, so the text, I'm guessing, will have to be white and white. Oh, man. The sign's gone upside down. Okay, that's fine. Did I not gather these together? I don't understand what's happened there. I could have sworn I just did that. Okay, I obviously didn't. Okay, hopefully I can just flip this whole thing. Like so. Good. Right, now that says the wrong thing. Unfortunately, I'm going to have to do all of these individually. I probably should have been a bit cleverer with that and copied and pasted it once I'd put some writing on, but sometimes I'm just not that clever. Never mind. Won't take long. And then underneath this, I'm going to build some sort of flower bed, basically, just to sort of blend. Oh no, hang on. Blend in with the rest of the area. There we go. We're halfway, people. We're halfway. It's okay. I mean, this is why you guys watch, isn't it? To watch me repeating myself on a signpost over and over again. There we go. This is what happens when you suggest things to me, you see. I take my time. I apologise if my voice is a bit off today. I've come down with a cold again. I have a very sore throat at the moment. Right, meeting point. Good. So that will come up onto here once this is built. So let's see, what do I want to build this out of? I am wondering if there's something like this that I can use. Actually, no. Let's go into construction. Let's make it. Let's make it out of stone. Let's go for. What have we got? We got that one. Or we've got that one. I wish they did a set like these ones, these mossy ones, as a full-on set of pieces. That would be very cool. You know what, I could use this one actually and then sink some stuff into it. Let's have a look at this. It's going to have to kind of stick out a bit on each side like that. Okay, let's see if I can make this work. So if we copy that up, actually what I'll do, I'll copy it right up and then I can sink it into the ground if I need to. Just wondering. Yeah, let's do that so you don't repeat the pattern. Okay, and then we'll come into here. And we've got a couple of different grassy things I could use on this. Let's have a look. See, I think this could look interesting if I get this right. That looks pretty good, I think. you do that and give it a little twist and a turn. Like so. Nice, right. So then let's maneuver this roughly into position. Bring it down enough like that. Actually, no, what I'm going to have to do here, let's do it this way first. Okay, let's do that, and then let's copy all of that. Let's have a look. Where are we? Yes. That looks about right to me. Nice. So there's our stony base. I think that looks really nice. I'll tell you what though. I'm not happy with that green poking out the top. I was gonna leave it, but actually what I need to do here, so I'm just highlighting all the green bits. So that I can just play around with them a little bit. It's very tricky this. Oh, come on. It's just this last one. It's not letting me unselect. Well, hey, there we go. Right, so 12 pieces, that's what we wanted. So I just don't want this sticking out the top, so I'm just going to lower that down. Hang on. Yeah, that still looks good. Just so we've got a nice clean top. Lovely. Now let's come into here and let's get some earth. In there. Now let's come back to this one. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to make it nice and high like that. And then we'll have a nice rock underneath it. Let's just try and get it in the middle. That looks good to me. Come back into here. We'll find a nice rocky, mossy rock like this. Let's get rid of the old snapperoonie. Yes, obviously not that one because that's massive. Here we go, something like this. Okay, what do we think? It's nice. I'm just wondering, can I change the colour on the pole? Yes, I can. Good. Let's make that green. Good stuff. Right, and then I just want to add in a few ferns, I reckon. Nothing too big. I don't want it to look sort of lost in here. Excuse me. There we go. Let's keep it simple. I think that's all it needs as a meeting point. You don't want to overdo it because you want it to be nice and obvious. There we go. Super Ghost UK, your meeting point. Hopefully you approve. Nice. So we've only got a few minutes left, so I'm not going to start work on our design for these yet. While I've just got a few minutes, what I'll do is just a bit more work around the cafe. So I want to sort of top this area off with some more rocks, I think. Yeah. Just wondering if there's anything else I want to do there. I don't think there is. I think rocks are the way to go. Now, where have I got a little pattern? There we go. There's a nice pattern. Where are we? So let's have a look at this. Nice. I think that's going to look decent from down below. I don't know if I'm too fussed about the gap, or what do I want to do here? Let's have a look. What have we got? Yeah, I think I probably do want to fill this in. It's kind of hard to see where I'm going, actually. So really, this is just hiding from view behind these trees, kind of just plugging this little gap in here, and then we can just come into here and just fill this in so it's like a nice solid bit of rock. And then again, just fill in the holes really. I'm not bothered about the exact edge, but just make it look decent from within the zoo itself, I guess. It just looks like it's a nice solid mountain back there. No big gaps. Lovely. Obviously that will get some more decorating in time. But yeah, for now I think that's kind of where that needs to be. And then we'll come in and we'll do rock work all around these plinths. And around the backs of here, and then around the edge of the zoo over here as well. I'll theme these two buildings, I think, the same way as I've done these ones, because I think it works quite well over here. Just got a minute left. Let's just get some benches or something down, shall we? Let's do some nice picnic tables. So we want the, I guess we want the you want the meeting point to have a bit of room around it so people can actually gather there. So let's just do a little line of picnic tables along there. And we'll do something similar here. They don't all need to be kind of perfect and symmetrical. You know, tables get moved around as they're needed in different places. So there's nothing wrong with them looking a little bit wonky, maybe. That's absolutely fine. Yeah, I think that's all I want to do. I don't want it overloaded because you would want to leave a decent bit of space around. And I've not left much there for the meeting point, but there's plenty of space around here for the meeting point and for people to just wander around as well. Do we want a couple of these? I think we probably do, don't we? I won't put them on all of them, but maybe sort of two over here. And one or two over here. Just give some people the choice of sitting under a canopy. Good. Looks nice and random. That's what you want. And there we go. Right, so that's our episode done. I feel like we've made a good bit of progress today. So what do you think of how the cafe area is coming along? Please let me know. Obviously, I will be recording the next episode before I get any of your feedback, because I'm recording this episode on Saturday. I will do another episode tomorrow, which won't go out till Wednesday. So, yeah, so I am going to be recording before your feedback, but please do leave it anyway, because I can always come back and make changes. But please do, yeah, let me know what you think so far. And anything else that you want to say, do leave a comment down below, please. Thank you very much, as always, for your company. I really appreciate you spending a bit of your time with me, and your ongoing support is much valued by me. It really is. So thank you for that. And hopefully I will see you again very soon indeed. Until then, take care. Bye for now.